fine tip liners. So I've just got some of these Uniball fine tip pens, but you can just use a biro if you don't have anything like that. So the first flower head I'm going to draw over here. So I'm just going to do a face on daisy head. So I'm going to start by drawing just a small circle. I hope you can see this okay. And then just draw a bigger circle around the edge. So that is the start. So then we're just going to add our petals on. So I like to kind of start opposite and then on the other side, just so they're evenly spaced out, but they don't have to be perfect. And then let's add some more in. So for the ones that you're going to infill, you want to start from about halfway from those petals and just fill in the gap like that. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my pen and go over that so you can see it a bit better. And for the middle, we're just going to draw really small little circles. So they don't have to be neat. So just go around like that. And then in the middle, I like to do sort of like a half circle. And then just fill the rest with some dots. So for the petals, you can make some perfectly round, like so, or you can go ahead and put couple of little notches in there and just do them all different, and they just don't have to be perfect at all. No flower is perfect. And some can be longer, some can be shorter. There you go. So that's the petals drawn on. And then I'm just going to go in with this grey pen and just add a bit more detail. So with this, you just want to start from the middle, draw a little curved line. So you can do one a bit shorter, one a bit longer. Just follow the shape of the petal. So you can do some from the top, do some from the bottom. So just go around, pop a few of those in. So where you've drawn these little notches, just draw a little one from there. And then where you have the petals that are coming from behind, just add a bit more shading there, and that will just add a bit more contrast and really make it look like it's coming from behind. And there you go, that is the first daisy head done, the first flower head. So just go ahead and you can rub out your guidelines. And there we have the first one. So for the second one, I'm going to do a little bit more of an angle now. So again, start with the middle. Do a little bit more of an oval shape this time though, rather than a circle. And then just draw a circle around, but keep that middle towards the bottom rather than in the middle. So we're going to start by adding on our petals. So just start as we did before, but then these bottom ones are going to be a bit more squished. And then they'll slowly get bigger as we go out to the sides. And just try and kind of curve these ones down slightly. And then we can add a bit of a stem on there. So let's go back in with the pen add our little circles. And again in the middle, some dots, a bit of stippling. And then just add in the petals. You can always just add another little one coming down there. So it's going to go back in with the grey pen, add a few more details. Just give those petals some shape and a bit of definition. And then, oh, just forgot our little stem. And that is the second one done. So you can just see it's a slightly different angle just by moving the centre of the daisy down. Just gives it a different direction. Okay, so let's do another one. So again, I'm going to do even more of a side angle now. So start by drawing another oval, make that even more flatter. So the more you sort of go down the view, the flatter that angle will be. So draw another oval this time, like so. So these bottom petals here are going to be super small and like flat. So you can add those in. This time you can maybe make them a bit more sparse. Ooh, caught my paper there. So some daisies aren't that full. And then draw your stem on. Then also just add a bit of a base of that stem there. Because it's a slightly different angle, you would be able to see that base a bit more. So go in with your little circles again. And some dots. And then just outline all your petals. Then go back in with the other pen. If you don't have a different colour, you can just use the same one, it's absolutely fine. You'll get a similar effect with that. So again, just add a little bit more shading where you want them to look behind. We can bring that down there to the stem. Just give that a moment to dry. And then we'll just rub this out. Okay, so I think I'm just going to draw one more and then we'll draw a little spray of those. So this time I'm going to draw it as if it's blowing over, so you're not going to see the bud at all. So just start with a little oval shape and then just draw a semicircle. So this is going to be the back of the flower, And then you have the stem like so. I'm going to draw on some petals. And then these have sort of little spiky bits. So let's go in with the pen. Actually, I'm going to start with this bottom bit first. So just draw some little spikes like so. And then bring that together with your stem. A couple little dots there. So he's going to be curving more to the side slightly. Let's do a little one there. And these are going to be curving that way. So go back in with the grey, just to add some little details on there. And again, a bit of shading. Like so. What about your guidelines? Give that a minute. Might not quite be dry. They dry pretty quickly, these pens. As you can see, I'm only leaving a couple of seconds really, and then erasing it. So there's a few different flower heads for you to practice. Different angles just will create a nice little spray, or they look really cute on their own as well if you want to do any little illustrations. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of put some of these together. So I'm going to do that over this side. So firstly, I'm just going to draw some circles where I want the daisy heads to be. So this one, I'm going to do a bit like this one, I think. So we're going to have the oval in the lower section of the flower. And then add on the petals. And then we'll have the stem coming down here. And then I'm going to do another one facing that way. And I really like this one, so I'm going to go for that one again, I think. So do my oval. Add your little spiky bits. And then we're going to bring that stem down as well. So try and do them a little bit of a curve. Although daisies are quite straight, you don't want it poker straight. And then just add some petals in. Like so. And then I think we'll just add some little buds. So we're going to do another fine little line there for another stem. And then to do a bud, just kind of do like a cone shape. So we'll have one there, one there. And then cross it over like that. You'll see clearer when I go over with the pen. We're just getting some basic shapes in at this point. And then I'm going to add on some leaves. So we'll do a curved line off that way. one that way. And then I might do another little bud there. So let me go over that with the pen so you can see better. So if you don't like any part of this, just rub it out and do it again. It's the good thing with flowers. So just do 2 lines there, like so. And then for this one, so this one's going to be going behind that stem there. And then we've got our leaf, so just going to give that a bit of a spiky shape, like so. So they're a little bit like dandelion leaves really. They're kind of, they don't technically come off the stem, but for the purpose of this drawing it just looks nice. They kind of come from the ground around them, I think. I mean, I'm not a botanist, but I think that's how they grow. So add your little spiky bits on. And then we're just gonna add our petals on. I think I have a bee in my room, if you can hear a buzzing noise. And then that is those petals. Okay, so I just realised after I was looking back at the footage that I forgot to press film when I came back from letting the bee out. So you just missed me drawing over these little buds basically. So you didn't miss much. So yeah, sorry about that, but I had to let the bee out.